What's going on, guys?
Do you feel like we can be able to help pay for the wedding now?
Hope so.
Chris, one of the last few weeks, like I assume you were asking for in talks for this extension. How did that kind of process go?
Yeah, it's business is business. It's part of this game. Both sides were mutually very respectful the whole time, and just proud and happy that we got something done.
Last year at this time, there was so much talk about the running back market and whether how important is it for you to continue to try to keep raising that bar for the position group as a whole?
I think it's really important. I think running back's been undervalued for a long time now, and hopefully this is a step in the right direction.
You were prominent last year during OTA for the amount of work that you were doing in the practices. Were you able to kind of do that workload elsewhere while this was all being worked out?
Yeah, there's no substitute for being on the field with the guys to practice football, but you do the most you can with what you have.
Christian, you had an amazing year last year, but it's been said that you've obsessed a little bit on the fumble in the Super Bowl. Is that an accurate description? How do you view it, and how has it served as a motivator?
Yeah, I don't harp on one play, bad or good, especially going into a new year, completely new year. You just got to focus on one day at a time and just stick to your process, whatever that may be. But last year's last year, whether we won or lost. We're deep into the offseason now, ready for this next year.
Christian, just wondering what it was like.
Organization, what has made you just happy that you are going to be here for the next several years, and just respect your prior organization, but what makes you happy there?
I really appreciate the players on the team. I think anytime you sign an extension, obviously you're individually really happy, but then you also have to think about the other guys on the team who helped you get there and who are a big part of your individual success. So I really, I'm very thankful that I'm on a team with guys like that, with a great staff, just an overall great organization, takes care of the players. And so I've had nothing but an amazing experience in my time here. I'm really fired up to stay in.
Just wondering what it was like to walk out in the field. I saw you shaking hands with a couple of players when you first got out there. What was the sense of relief?
Yeah, I think it was awesome. I'm very fortunate, man. I'm really blessed and thanking God every minute just because I feel really good. But at the same time, we got to win football games, and that's the business side of it. And you got to learn how to separate the business side, and then when you're back on the field, make it about the football side. But I'm definitely not just ignoring it. I'm happy. I'm excited about it, and appreciate the guys on the team.
What are your initial impressions of Isaac Renda?
I think he's great. I've been with him for one day. I think both all three of the new running back additions are fantastic. They're smart, they're detailed, they go about it the right way. You can tell that instantly. And listen. Coach T's on them, and they listen, they respond, take coaching well, and excited for all three of them in the room.
What were the emotions like for you watching the draft with Luke getting drafted? What's he going to be watching? You think?
Yeah, that was awesome, man. It was emotional. It was so cool to it's like you're the little brother of you didn't really kind of hit me when I saw his name go across the board. Be like, damn, that's Luke's playing in the NFL. I was just so proud of him, and I know how hard he's worked. I know the journey he's been on. I know the ups and the downs that he's gone through, and he's done nothing but persevere through them. So I'm fired up for him, and hopefully he has a lot of success.
First, we always talk about like championship windows, and we know how talented this roster is, but there's some older players on it too. And Armstead, had left the team this year. How much window do you see for this team? How much extended does this team have a chance to keep this window open to win a championship?
I don't know. I know we got a window this year. That's all I know. So focused on this year and taking it, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 year at a time.
You mentioned Bobby Turner and how he's really on the young running backs. He also is very much on them during the whole draft process. Did you have contact with him when you were going through that at all?
Yeah, I met with him in the train station late at night in passing for a little bit. He's got to talk to him. But my dad played for the Broncos when he was the running back coach and coached TD, and so obviously I knew who he was, and I'd already heard the legends. So I was fired up just to be able to chat with him for a little bit and all kind of comes full circle. So thankful he's my coach, and just in lieu of this extension, he's somebody that plays a huge role in that.
Little Floyd actually spoke last week and said the difference in this team compared to other teams is how hard this team works. You just extended for an extra 2 years. If you can kind of specify what is the difference with how this team prepares you guys to go out there, you just spoke about the window compared to maybe other teams that are part of it.
Yeah, I think the difference is the culture. Culture's been set for a while, and the standard is really high. I think when you have a lot of really good players who are also your hardest workers, it's a recipe for success. And it's the way that we're coached, I think, is different. It's all about football. When you get in these meetings, you're going over football. You're not just going over technique, but you're going over the attitude. As an offensive player, I love watching the defensive meetings when Kyle's coaching up the defense, because you start to understand the attitude of the team and the tone setters, and there's a certain way you play football, and hear the film examples of it. And I think the combination of all of those different things, the way they feed you, the way they take care of you, and the training room, all the weight room, all these things that kind of come together, you get a full buy-in. I think when you have a full buy-in, especially from your most talented guys, it's a good recipe.
Christian,
Last one?
this contract will take you into your 30s, and since you're running back, you're supposed to fall apart on your 30th birthday or something. Do you view that as just another challenge to show that you can be different?
Yeah, I've never really listened to all that stuff. I think I've seen a lot of backs have a lot of success into their 30s. So I've never really listened to any of that. I feel good. That's all I know.
Wait, sorry, one thing. You said you met with Bobby Turner in a train station late at night. What was the train station?
That's where the combine is, at that
Okay.
hotel in Indy, like the.
It sounded like espionage.
I could see how that would be a confusing statement. Yeah.
Does he still have that much contact with you now that you are running for him underneath it as a coach?
Oh yeah, constant communication. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it,
Thank
guys.
you. Woody Ward will be our last one.